Good day. Thank you for joining me for another Minecraft gameplay video. Now I am making this video as a sort of an apology, I guess, or sort of a making up for something that I screwed up. I discovered recently that some episodes that I shot here, well, two, not lots, but two episodes that I shot here are recorded. Oh, when did I record them? Over a month ago now. One of which doesn't seem to have any sound at all, which isn't great. Or it might, I can't even remember. It might just be missing my commentary track. Or, oh, actually, no, sorry. What am I talking about? That was a different thing. This is a video recording. So basically, what happened was I started Minecraft, started recording. As soon as I went into the game, like past the loading screen, the screen was the Minecraft video recording was just black for no apparent reason. I wasn't looking at my video recording software, and then when I saved the game and save and quit the title, the video popped back on the title screen. So I flipped over to my recording software to stop the episode, and as far as I could tell, it was fine. Now, the fatal mistake I made was in not checking that, even just a little bit of spot checks. Normally I do a quick sound check, although I had kind of gotten out of the habit of doing that, and I got burned in another couple of videos where I didn't have sound. Actually, it was more than a couple. It was like four, and I had to, one of them I posted and then redid, and then the other three I had posted, but they were scheduled for the future, so I just deleted them and remade them, re-recorded with myself. So anyway, I've left those Minecraft videos up because you can hear you can hear me talking about what I'm doing, which I realize probably isn't that entertaining, but they are progressing me towards my eventual goal of confronting the Ender Dragon and hopefully beating the Ender Dragon, and then we'll go from there, assuming I can actually do that. I've never done that in survival mode, as I'm sure I've mentioned before. Only ever done it in, I've done it in survival, but only with cheats enabled where I could buff my equipment and stuff. So, what I want to do here in this episode, and maybe one or two more depending on how hard a time I have figuring things out, is that I've never done much with redstone in my redstone and my Minestone career, also known as Redcraft in my Minestone career. Now, some people call it redstone in Minecraft, but not me. I call it Redcraft and Minestone. So join me on my adventure with Redcraft and Minestone. Okay, so anyway, I'm wanting to experiment with redstone and redstone machines and things, which reminds me I need to bring more redstone on this little episode adventure here. That will be in that chest right there. Alright, and I also want to do it out of range of world updates from my base. So I'm thinking that I will do that here. These little islands over here. I don't think there's too much on them. I don't remember anything notable about them. The town that is closest to my base is here on this island, and that's okay. But I think over here should be outside the range of world updates when I'm monkeying around at my main base here. So I'm not going to really tour you around any changes I've made here in all the episodes I've recorded, which run all the way out until mid-November at this point. I think I'm only posting one every couple of days. So anyway, these islands are to the west and south, and I think I've got all the gear I need to do some Minestone, as I want to say for some reason. Do some Minestone experimenting with Redcraft. So the goal of this is to kind of work out how how to do a, oh, it just occurred to me I don't have any, oh no, I do have some torches, some redstone torches. What I'd like to do is figure out how to set up a repeater circuit, and then, oh geez, right over top of a ocean temple. Where is that? There's a guardian there that obviously wants to kill me. Oh, there's one over there. But if that's the one, why is that guardian so far away from it? You could, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Well, that's weird. There's a, I think there's a, oh, there's a guardian over there. You can see it in silhouette. Oh, jeez. That startled me. I don't know where that temple, oh, right there. Buried in weeds. Okay, that's fine. That gives me mining fatigue. Oh, that's going to be a pain for experimenting with redstone. Okay, well, I think that lasts for 5 minutes too. You bugger's still shooting at me? Anyway, oh, there's a donkey. I think that's a donkey. Or is it a horse? Anywho, I'll set up on this island. Maybe I'll, since I've got some time to kill, I'll have a look around. What have we here? The little sandy island of horses and turtles? Horses and turtles. And redstone experiments. Oh, a baby turtle! Aww! I don't think I ever saw one of those before. That's a little tiny guy. Isn't that interesting? Apparently you can, oh, where'd he go? He fell off the block. That's, whoa, he's so cute. Mining fatigue, 3.5 minutes. Okay, I guess we'll wait it out, but maybe I'll set up a little bit here. Anyway, I think you can breed turtles now. Set up turtle farms. I just don't quite know how to do it. Possibly feeding them seagrass or something along those lines, I think I saw. Anyway, this is a pretty good, I think we're out of range of my main base. I would hope so. So I'm gonna take a look at this southwestern corner of this island here, which looks to be just sand, 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 and more sand without any caverns or anything, at least nothing obvious. So I'll set up a little, maybe I'll set up a little whatchamacallit here, mini base area here. And with a furnace and a crafting bench and a chest. And actually there seems to be a little bug here where you select in the crafting bench to make a dispenser and you get a dropper out. So I accidentally have a dropper here, which wasn't really my intention. And what else? You need stone to make things like comparators and repeaters, and then you need the dust to lay down circuits, and the torches provide energy sources. And what else? I don't know what else. So, oh, it's gonna be nighttime here right away. How are we doing on the whole timing thing? 1 minute 45-ish. So there's yet another one of those ubiquitous ocean temples, or whatever they're called. I think of them as temples, but maybe not called that officially. All right, I think I'll just leave this bed here in general. I made it special. I made it special, and then my boat is over on the side here. Oh yeah, back in that direction. Don't need that though, not right now. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm not sure if this is enough working area here. Maybe could always use a little more sand as well. Oh, yes, I can't mine anything yet. Crikey. Crikey. Okay, well, since I can't mine, I'm going to go have a quick look at the far end of this island. Or dig. Can't mine or dig. Good old mining fatigue. It's a lovely effect. And see what if anything is over here. Kind of hoping the answer is nothing. Hopefully not much of anything. Okay, there, what do we got down there? In the sea, not much. A little bit of sandstone overhang there. And a bit of dirt overhang here. No chasms or caves seem to be apparent. Okay, there goes the mining fatigue. Good. Good, good. Some horses, very nice, and some turtles. And a baby turtle. Okay. Alright, I'm going to clear a slightly wider, or I guess I could just work in a flat area up here. I'm going to want some glass though to, whoops. I'm going to want some glass in order to see the effects of some of the things. My goal with this is figure out if I can make a sort of a repeater circuit. It's like a little redstone perpetual motion type thing where it kind of cycles around in a loop and energizes the whole business. And then ideally, no, I didn't bring any. And ideally, I want to use that to set up a fully automated chicken farm. And it was Steve that gave me this idea to figure out how to do this. Anyway, I'd ask him what he thought might make a nice a topic to explore or explain for kind of a interlude episode here. So let me see here. Comparators. I think maybe I'll just do this on the sand. I assume sand carries redstone signals. I'm not even sure. I hope so. So there's a repeater. Now, a repeater is like a signal booster. It takes an incoming signal, redstone signal of whatever strength, and lifts it back up to full strength. But when I say repeater, what I mean by that is I want to set up like a redstone circuit that acts as a loop. So what happens when I plant that down there? Okay, so that is a comparator, and I think what it does, now you can actually, okay, yeah, hitting it breaks it right away. I thought you could adjust the mode. Oh, maybe I am. Maybe so the comparator, I think it can be kind of self-activating in a way. There's two modes for it. One is a subtraction mode and one is a comparison mode, and I think in comparison mode, let me see here. I don't think I need my bow that handy. Let me put maybe sand or dirt is the easiest thing. Dirt and dirt? No. I think it compares powered signals. So if and then outputs it here. So, alright, let me lay down some dust there. And if the dust is active, I believe it will. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so that dust did not light up. It might need a power source. Probably needs a power source. Where are the inputs? Okay, so that lit up. This reminds me of a NOT gate in electrical logic. So that is lit up. So now, interesting. That doesn't seem to do anything. whether that is lit or not doesn't seem to have any bearing on anything. So what is it comparing? I might have to bounce over and have a quick look at Redstone repeater. Our web page here. Repeaters and comparators. Repeaters, blah blah blah. They introduce a delay, but they amplify the signal. Comparators is what I really want to understand here. Looks similar to repeaters, quite different functions. A comparator only allows current to pass through it in one direction, in at the back and out at the front. Okay. Unlike a repeater, the signal is neither delayed nor amplified. As its name suggests, it can compare the strength of two currents. It compares the main signal through the back with a signal that it gets through the side and sends it out through the front. Okay, normally the signal that comes in at the back will be passed to the front if it is greater than the signal coming in through the side. If it's getting a stronger signal through both sides, it just uses whichever is strongest. Subtraction mode, which is lit by the front or indicated by the front torch lighting up. It works outside except that the current output is equal to the main minus the side. Okay, alright, so that, okay, let me think about this. If I put a torch here and a torch here and then run a redstone signal there, it lights up. Now, it stays lit up. But if I were to put the torch here, oh, I thought that would turn it off. This is not behaving how I'm expecting. Let me go back to the description here. It compares the main signal that it receives through the back, through the base of the arrow, with a signal that it gets through the side and sends it out through the front. If the signal that comes in the back will be passed out the front if it is greater than the signal coming in through the side. If it's getting a signal in through both sides. Well, this doesn't seem to be doing what I'm expecting it to do. So, why is that? Okay, well, here I am trying to puzzle this out. I thought that according to the description, if the signal that gets in from the side is stronger, it should turn off the... Oh, there we go. It can't be from a torch directly. Okay, okay, alright, so let me rejig this just a little bit, and then there's a torch there, and then so that's 2 distant, and I'm going to make this 3 distant. So now we have nothing getting passed through, no current coming through. But if I were to break that and put a torch here, now the source at the, it's kind of like a transistor actually. Anyway, okay. So there now is, I believe, a way to set this up in a loop so that it that it, okay, let me break this down here. So, the back of the signal and the front of the signal. So the comparator can be used to compare how much stuff there is in something. So the idea here is to use a dispenser, I believe, right there, I think. And I'm just going to lay some redstone there, and then I'm going to put something into the dispenser like sand. And so it lit up. Just a weak little signal there. Interesting. So if I increase that, so now it's, okay, so it has to do with how full the container is. So there it's got 2 lit, and there it's got, or sorry, all 3 were lit, and now it's just the 2 rather. And now if I drop that down even further, it's just the 1 that's giving off like sparks or whatever, little, okay, alright, so that's part of the whole, that's part of the mystery here. Now, ideally what I want it to do is activate the dispenser, which put a sand block there, and do I need more redstone on top of that? I don't know if I do or not. So that fired the dispenser 1 time when the block was powered. So that's interesting. So now I'm going to take all that out, and now that I've broken that block, I'm going to fill it with stuff. And okay, so if anything's powered, it's actually this block right here down below the dispenser, so that's not quite what I'm after. So right now it's sensing the fullness of the dispenser and lighting up all of those redstone traces there, and it's also feeding into the side of the thing there, but it's comparing whichever's stronger. So I think right now the stronger signal is from the dispenser. So if I drop redstone there, does that power it? It does not. Okay, and if I put a block there, I think I need to put the redstone there as well. Right, okay, it fired out 1. But what I want it to actually do is fire anytime there's anything in there, which means what? I need to loop it around like that. That shouldn't actually make much of a difference, I don't think. All of those redstone elements are lit up. So what if I that's interesting. So we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, but not 5. Seems to be a different level of, like that's a brighter red than this one. Okay. I am afraid that I am going to have to pop over to another web page here and real quickly just review this here. I haven't quite got this straight in my head.
Add one more cheek.
And so there's a model I'm using here from another YouTube channel that, but I want to understand it. Oh, there's a repeater, that's what it is. So you put a repeater in there to boost the signal, powers the block and feeds back. And then what? You put it in there. And, oh, another repeater. Powering another block. Okay. I think I got the basic idea now, and I think I have the understanding to maybe figure out what's going on as well. Okay, so boosting the signal strengths is key here. So we're going to take a redstone repeater there. So what that does is it boosts the output signal strength from the hopper. Now the hopper is empty, and we get nothing out of the comparator and nothing. Okay, but even one thing in there, one piece of stone for example, lights up that repeater. It's enough to activate one level of power, I guess, which is enough for the repeater to then boost that back up to full strength. Now, what the idea here then becomes is to take a block and power that from the repeater. I think I'll use stone, I guess. Oh, I meant to, speaking of sand and glass and stuff. I meant to make some glass. Okay, so that'll power that block, and then we can run redstone back into the comparator, right? So what should that do? It should actually get a stronger strength from, stronger signal from this loop back than the dispenser, which should then, there you go. See what's happening there? That's interesting. So what's happening basically, I'm going to take that out. I think I have a handle on this now. And while I have a handle on it, allow me to just check that my recording seems to be working. Okay, still looks like it's running. Okay, so basically we've got an empty dispenser feeding into this comparator, which gives it no input. Basically the comparator is checking the fullness of the dispenser. Now even one object in the dispenser is enough to give it a little bit of signal, which then comes out that side there. Connect that to the redstone repeater, which then boosts that signal up to full strength and then powers this block. So that block is now powered. If there's an object in there, that block is powered. Then the signal comes back through this redstone here, which I guess by virtue of being adjacent to the powered block, then feeds into the side of the comparator, which is more powerful than the signal coming from the dispenser, which turns the repeater, or the comparator rather, off. And then it loops through. Once the off propagates back to here, the dispenser powers it, and it goes around in circles like that. Okay, so that's a very basic repeating circuit. I don't want to call it a repeater. So now I'm going to just throw some sand in there, and you can see the repeater running. Lights up, lights off, lights up, lights off. So it's a little like a timer circuit, basically. Okay, now the next element of this is to power the, I guess I should be using sand for this, because when you break sand it doesn't become cobblestone. So let me do that. So I'm going to put a block of sand there and a block of sand there, and then I'm going to run the power back from somewhere. I guess it has to be from this block to the sand block here, which has the same effect as, oh actually maybe I don't even need this. Let me check. Oh, wait a minute, no, that's not right. That's not right, I think I do need that. Okay, let's put that back. Okay, so that's not right. So I think what I need to do is fully power this block in order to have it then trigger the dispenser to spit out whatever's in there, or one of whatever's in there. So I think that's where this next repeater comes in. So then the redstone repeater takes this signal that comes out from this block, boosts it, doesn't feed it into the comparator side there, but sends it in and powers this sand block, and which will then power the dispenser. So now what should happen is I'll drop some sand in there, and it should fire it all out. Boop, 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 boop. Very interesting. Okay, so that is the basics of getting a dispenser to spit things out. Okay, well that is the foundation for a bunch of different types of machines. Now there's more to this. I want to have a, okay, let me think about this for a second. We're going to want to put a stack of chickens up above here, which feed through a hopper, I think, into this dispenser, and then the dispenser will shoot eggs into a chamber that is got a chicken in it, or sorry, no, it'll shoot eggs in there, and some percentage of those eggs will hatch into chicks to start with, and then you put the chick in a little space that has lava up above it. So the chick is small enough to stand under the lava, but when it grows into a chicken, the lava kills it and cooks it. And then you want the chicken, the cooked chicken, and whatever else might drop. Well, the only other thing that would drop would be feathers, and have that drop into a chest for storage. And then anytime you're in range, this system will run. And then really you want to have sort of your top hopper feeding into the egg drop thing full of chickens. I think there's a limit to the number of monsters that you can have in any given square or on top of any given block. Occupying any given block is maybe the way to put that. I can't remember what it's called. And more than that will cause them to die. So, oh, we got an Enderman, we got a skeleton. While I was sitting there talking, we got a spider. I saw the skeleton and the spider. I didn't see the Enderman. Okay, well I don't really want to provoke the Enderman, and I don't really want to fight the skeleton very badly, unless he sees me. I mean, I do have, my armor is getting a little thin, but it's still there. And I could fight the spider, I guess. Alright, where'd that that Enderman go? Hopefully somewhere where I don't have to see him anymore. Alright, well that's the basics of a machine that will allow some automated chicken farming to go on. I'm going to have to give a little more thought into the mechanisms of, and look at some web pages again to just make sure I'm clear on the general mechanics of it. But at least I got the repeater part down and I understand how it works, and hopefully I've explained it clearly enough that you, the viewer, can also understand how it works. So the comparator acts as a fullness sensor on this thing, or it could be a chest as well, but I want it to be a dispenser so it can spit out the eggs that drop into it. When it has anything in it, it will activate the circuit. I forget what those switches do for those repeaters. I'll have to look at that. Might have to do with the strength of the signal that it puts out. I can't remember. Anyway, anytime there's something in there, it activates the comparator at a very low level of I'm going to call it redstone current, I guess, or redstone energy. But that feeds into this redstone repeater, which then fully powers this sand block. Now that fully powered sand block does two things. This redstone takes it back to the side of the comparator, which then turns off the output, which then depowers the block, which is the main thing. The block is depowered, this redstone trace is depowered, and then if there's anything in the dispenser, it then repowers that circuit, and it toggles until it spits out everything that's in it. And then this powered block, while it's flipping between on and off thanks to that other side, powers this redstone trace and this repeater, which boosts the strength to fully power this block, which then powers the dispenser, and off on, and triggers it to spit out one of whatever is in its clutches there. So what I'm not clear on is how dispensers actually choose. I'm going to see what it does there. Oh, it rotates through. Or is it random? Looks like it might be random. Let's check that again. Looks like it might just pick one of whatever. Yep, we had a couple cobblestones in a row, a couple dirt, sand. I wonder if I can watch that happen. From the dispenser point of view, that would even be a clearer indicator. But I'm pretty sure. Looks like it's random. Meaning what the dispenser selects to spit out is random. Oh, there we are. Yep. It looks like it picks sort of randomly from whatever slots are occupied. Okay, cool. Very cool. I'm going to leave this in place, and all of this can stay in place. The glass can stay here as well, and maybe I'll just dig up a little more sand. I think 32 blocks of glass rather is ample for building my little chicken farm. I mean, the glass is meant so that you can see what's happening to the chickens and things, although it doesn't need to be glass. What happened there? 53. 54, I might as well get a full 64 block stack. 55, I need 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 64 blocks. Back to my boat and back to home by trying to avoid that stupid disguised ocean monument. Sorry, I think that's what they're called, is ocean monuments, not ocean temples. Ocean monuments with the giant stupid killer fish inside. Fish gods? I don't know. All I know is there's way too many of those things in the oceans. Just gonna keep my head down and look at the old seabed so as not to distract with anything that might have gotten mysteriously built up around my base in the coming 20 or 25 episodes that I have queued up that won't have aired by the time this airs. By the time it premieres. Gotta use the right YouTube technology. Actually, it's not going to be set up as a premiere, so I think that's not the right YouTube terminology. I think the correct terminology is by the time it is published. So I schedule videos for publishing, and I try to stay at least a week out at this point in my illustrious YouTube career, which is not intended to be a career. It's just meant to be a steady production of videos because I'm so far quite enjoying making videos. Minecraft is roughly a quarter of what I do, actually, and the other 3/4 is mostly videos from Atari systems, but also I've started mixing in other things like arcade games and a little bit of Commodore 64 and what else? I recorded a Nintendo Entertainment System video the other day. I don't think it'll be out before this video's out, but at some point it'll come out. And like that, I guess I can talk a little bit. I've done a fair bit of exploration of the area immediately around my base, which is there. And I found the majority of the biomes I was interested in finding. There's mangrove over here, lots of it actually. Jungle here, jungle up here. The ice spires over here. Mountains down here, which is nice. Swamp all up in here and up here. Actually, swamp not in here. Swamp is all up here. This is giant spruce forest over here, and that's where the stronghold that I found is. What else? Oh, there's a teeny tiny little mesa biome. I don't think I even found a mine in that one, an abandoned mine. It'd be nice to find a bigger mesa biome. That's kind of ridiculously small, actually. What else? Desert, finally. Lots of desert. I didn't find any desert for a long time. Had I started with this quadrant, I would have found all the desert I wanted right off the bat. And, that's just not filled in. Yeah, anyway, how are we doing? Over 40 minutes. And coming nighttime again. So that is going to do it for this video. I don't think I need... Well, I will need some more things in order to build up my automated chicken farm, but I'm going to have to just validate for myself what those actually are. Hoppers and chests primarily, I think, as well as a bucket of lava. And yeah. And a whole bunch of chickens that I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. Transport some chickens over there. I guess if I can lay hands on a bunch of eggs, that'll do it. I can breed chickens easily enough if I can get a few together, so probably that's what I'll do. I think there's chickens over on the villager island there, so I'll get that set up to breed some chickens. So I can get a whack of eggs and then set up my automated chicken farm. Anyway, blah blah blah. Blah-bitty blah blah blah. That is going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for joining me. I do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.